And Ken and Lisa Lane back in the studio, the Mountain Gardeners. Here, we've just been doing this for a lot of decades, sharing our garden kind of insights, what's worked for us. Mm-hmm. And then Lisa comes in, and this whole segment's all about, well, your perspective of gardening. So welcome to the studio, Lisa.
Thank you. Always good to be back in.
I can't wait to be in Moab right after the show. We're leaving for Moab, so we got some friends up there. We're gonna kind of jeep around and see the arches and just take a week and kind of hang with friends and see nature and decompress and recharge. Mm-hmm. So we tend to work a lot. So this gets us away.
Business. It's what you do.
It's kind of what you do. Yeah, that's it.
No, should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you got? What are you sharing with folks this week? What do gardeners want to know?
What do they want to know? Well, of course, it got cold.
Yeah.
So all those plants that were hanging around looking beautiful, my begonia out front.
Totally obliterated.
Yeah. It just kissed it goodbye big time. So it very sadly because it was gorgeous. It was huge. It was beautiful.
It's an annual. That's kind of what you got to expect. That's why we've been pushing for weeks now. Anything that even remotely looks bad, pull it out. Put winter blooming things in so they have time to fill out. So,
and we had in our front pots. I don't know if people saw it on the tour thing, but we had lantana. We had that purple creeping lantana in there, and it went all the way down. It was, but it doesn't like the cold.
Oh, it did take you? Yeah, I didn't take a look. You got blackened.
Yeah. Pretty toasted.
You'll see the foliage gets kind of wilty, dark brown to black, mushy. Yeah, you can tell it just froze. Yeah. And it's frostbite. It literally got frostbite. Does it look? If you were to stick your feet out and like on dried ice for a couple days, that's what your plants look like. It's the same thing.
Right. So we're going to spend some time when we get back replacing those pots because we like year-round pretty stuff in our pots. So I brought in a few examples of pretty stuff that you can put in this time of year.
Great.
So one of the things that I brought in that I really, really love, because I like to do combos of things. So this is Swiss Chard, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you look at the stems on it, look at that beautiful dark red kind of burgundy in the stems. It's absolutely gorgeous. There you go.
Trying to help we're trying to videotape this and record it for radio. So it does both. So if you follow us at all, you get both. That's what a combo.
It's really pretty. So I was thinking mix that with some of these really dark burgundy pansies. Oh, what a color combination.
Amazing.
It's beautiful. And if you wanted to make it pop a little bit more, maybe some little white violas in there too, because that really helps offset that contrast of color. And the nice thing about the Swiss Chard, you can start eating from that right away. Put it in your salads, put it in your smoothies.
All organic.
Another one that mixes nicely is the bull's blood beets.
Beets.
I can hardly say that.
I know. There you go.
I have a hard time saying. I have to say it slowly. But there again, it has a real pretty burgundy leaf to it. It's very stunning to mix with your real pretty darker pansies and violas.
And so for folks that are tuned in, so they're going, I don't believe you. These two gardeners, they're always pushing stuff. They're trying to, they're from Scottsdale and Palm Springs. They're going, no, they can't. You can't plant now. It's too cold. We had a frost. Right. Look at my plants. They were burned this last week. Yeah. They're telling me to plant pansies and Swiss Chard, and you can do those. They actually prefer when it's cold. They don't like they'll actually bolt. They stop blooming. They get leggy. When it's hot out, they like the cold.
Yeah. So how fun to pick something together that's edible. And actually pansies are edible too.
They are. You want to impress friends. Put that in your salad. Yeah.
So there's a lot of red sales lettuce, red romaine, the speckled oak leaf, a lot of real pretty lettuces out there right now. Fun to mix. Why not do something like that?
If you're new to gardening, say this is your first year, have fun with that. This is something where you go beyond just, I grow a tomato. I am now defined as a gardener. That's not a gardener. This is when you're starting to go, I'm going to take the seasons and extend them and have color through winter.
Right.
That's a gardener. Even if you make a mistake every once in a while, it's okay, but experiment, have fun with it, play with it. Because the easiest to grow, kind of the funnest plants to grow is now through winter.
Right. Right. And it doesn't, I mean, how fabulous we are in our location that we can have 4 seasons and we can still grow the veggies and the herbs and that kind of stuff. So this is an ornamental kale.
Yeah.
And everybody
like
goes,
that.
well, can I eat it? Well, yeah, you could. Not going to kill you. It's a little bitter.
Yeah. More ranch dressing.
Cover a multitude of sins with that. But it's considered more of an ornamental. I don't know if you can really see, it has a real dark purple center to it. So I paired that one with a really pretty purple pansy. What a great combo. Very, very pretty. And
you're bringing plants in the studio, and I am totally messing up my keyboard, the microphones. So anyway, that's okay. It's worthwhile.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
You could also mix that with a Dusty Miller. If you wanted to put Dusty Miller in there too, that real pretty silvery gray foliage. Sure. You need more hands.
I do. That's a good looking plant. That's
Isn't
that
pretty?
That's
gorgeous. A very nice combo. And Dusty Miller, oh my gosh, I don't think they make a tougher plant than Dusty Miller. It goes through the heat, it goes through the cold, kind of blooms late summer, and a pretty little yellow bloom, but tough. Animals don't like it.
Yeah.
So just a really super one to put out right now and get a lot of longevity out of that.
So we've got a Dusty Miller just outside here at the office. It's got to be 5 years old, maybe older. And I actually thinned it back. It was getting too aggressive, too big. And so I kind of trimmed it back. And then I pruned off the spent flowers. So it had a whole bunch of yellow flowers on it. Because I said, okay, you're done blooming. It's got cold coming. You cut it back, and now it'll just keep that light white kind of gray foliage right through winter.
Oh yeah,
it's an evergreen. It's an amazing plant for you.
It is a super tough little plant, super one to put in. And then I think I talked about it last week, but we got our hanging pansy baskets in.
These are spectacular.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh my gosh, they got to be 2 feet across. I've got to speak. I'm talking to the plant, not the microphone. 2 feet across. What are these? 39 bucks. They're just beautiful, and they'll bloom like this forever.
Oh yeah, and a few different color combinations. I just grabbed one that I thought was pretty, but there's some that are lighter, there are some that are darker. You can hang them up if you've got critter javelinas, that kind of thing that you don't want messing with them. Hang them up and enjoy them that way. Another way to use them, even though they have the hanger, you don't have to hang them.
You can pop those right off.
You can pop them right off. Throw that whole thing right into your container and bam, you're ready to go.
It's almost cheating. That's just
you have
garden cheating. So if you want great color through winter, a $40 bill will get you huge color. Right. And this thing it'll keep growing. It'll turn into this 3 or 4 foot wide, colorful mat.
It'll be beautiful. We also got some hanging chrysanthemums.
Oh, that's unusual.
So sometimes the deer like to eat the blooms off your chrysanthemums. So if that's a concern for you, hang it up high where they can't get to it. And there again, just enjoy them.
So the season's not over.
Oh no.
You can continue to plant. In fact, we encourage this is the time of decoration, really. So October, when that frost takes your summer flowers, the garden season is pretty much over. Now you're accessorizing with these winter blooming type of plants. You add in a pumpkin. Yeah. You can add some. Skull. You can take. I read an article this morning. Saying when you're making the cuts on your evergreens, stick some of those in your containers and make porch pots. So trying to get creative decorating ideas. I didn't come up with that. I had a buddy in Ohio that kind of said, you know what? We sell lots of porch pots. It's just a great way. People love it. It's trending. And I can share that with folks here locally because we've got lots of evergreens or conifers. So it's fun to decorate. You can definitely have year-round, fabulous looking plants right there at the front door.
Oh yeah,
year-round.
I agree. Very pretty.
Ken and Lisa Lane, the Mountain Gardeners. Be right back after this. Thank you, Lisa.